So today's plan, definitely we are going to go through all the parts, that is NAT, MSQ, MCQ, and I am going to talk about the approach, and then we're going to solve the questions regarding the particular topic. These are the important things which you might keep register in your mind while solving that. That is, simplify the questions as much as you can. Don't try to get into difficult math, don't try to get into difficult shapes. Just try to simplify that. Look for patterns. Patterns is very important because you see, because it's a visual exam, you might find a lot of patterns and you might find a lot of, and due to the patterns, you might, like finding patterns is basically simplifying the question. So that is like, that goes hand in hand with simplifying. Review your judgment. Also, the first time you see and you think that I know the question, I know how to solve this, I know the process, and you do it, review it again. Review that have you understood the question properly. Review that whatever procedure you used, is that really the one which I should be using? You should review that always. Because if you get the wrong question, you solve it in a improper procedure, definitely you are going to you're going to make a mistake and you might not get the right answer. Also, the next would be use hand-eye coordination and keep registering on paper what you see. This thing I'll be telling you as we solve the questions. How can you sort of register everything what you sort of do on the screen? Because it's a CBT, it's a computer-based test, and you need to register everything on the paper, whatever you see through your eyes. And the last thing, which I've included in every part, NAT, MSQ, MCQ, if it's exceeding time, leave it. That's the rule which I would give for any question you solve. So this is the first question we will take. This Let's read the question first. Uh, okay. Two gears A and B with red arrows are shown below. Gear A rotates in clockwise direction. How many complete rotations does the gear B have to make for the red arrows to meet? So the question is pretty clear here, nothing complicated. We just have to find in how many complete rotations does gear B have to make for the red arrow to meet. A has 11 protrusions and B has 8 notches. Now what I have to do is I have to just bring this here so that I find them at the same time. And for that, I have to rotate B and I have to find how much times B rotates to take this here. So, simply, what I do is, because I know that gear A rotates in this direction, I know that the next will be this coming into this notch. I'll just assume that I'll just okay. I know that this will come in this place. This is the second thing to come in this place. This is the third thing to come in this place. So I will just make cycles of 8 and mark every time I complete one cycle. And until I get this thing here, I will stop. So I'll just show how. Like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I missed. Yeah. So I started from this. Just count. 6, 7, 8. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can also solve simultaneously, by the way. 8 tries? 7. Was anyone solving with me?
वो आपने शायद एंटी क्लॉकवाइज में करा है शायद
It
इसलिए नहीं आ
should
रहा.
count
Ah,
anti-clockwise.
right. Right. But was anyone solving? I'm asking. Did anyone get an answer with this with whatever
Can
I
you
told?
explain it again?
Sorry?
Can you explain it again?
Yeah, sure. Okay. What the question demands out of me is this: I have to bring this red thing here, and there is no speed given. I think it is so high to get into the mathematical thing. That's why I was so I just want this to come here. This would be after this thing. This would be the next thing to come here. This would be the second one to come here. This would be the third thing to come here. Fourth thing, fifth thing, sixth thing, seventh thing, eighth thing, and after this the cycle ends here. Now and with this one rotation will be completed, so I just count one, and until I get this thing at this place I will keep on going, and yeah, basically until I get this red triangle here, I'll keep on going, and what will be the last count will be my answer. I'm going in anti-clockwise direction, but why was I doing this? Because it is moving in this direction, that's right, but in this notch this will be the next thing coming and this will be the second thing coming. That's why I was going in this direction. I think missed one notch somewhere. That's why I know the answer is 10. I saw this. But if you do that by approach, the answer comes 10. A vehicle with a wheel arrangement is shown in figure 1. This vehicle is traveling along a circular path as shown in figure 2. The wheels do not change their orientation while moving along the circular path. Figure 3 shows the location of the centers of the wheel. The distance between the centers of wheel 3 and wheel 2 is 170, and the distance between the centers of wheel 1 and wheel 2 is 180. The radius of the circular path followed by wheel 2 is 525. What is the radius of the path followed by the wheel 1 in centimeters? Okay. So I have made sort of a simplified diagram for you guys. What does it say? Okay. So let me explain. This is the whatever the wheel board or something, and they have given basically the distances between the centers of the wheels, and they have given one radius. This radius they have given, which is 525, and now they are asking the radius of wheel 1. They are asking the radius of wheel 1, this. And now when there are radiuses and there are triangles, and when there are circles and where there are radiuses and you have to find radius, mostly there are questions with Pythagoras theorems where there are right angle triangles. But let's decode the question. I know that the distance between these two wheels is 180, and these two wheels is 170. And by that, I know that this will be 170 divided by 2, that is 85. This is the simplified triangle of that, where this is the center of the diagram, and this is 170, this is 180, this is wheel 2, this is wheel 1, and I have the distance from here to that's 85, and I have the hypotenuse here, and I have to find this particular length to sort of find this radius. I have to find this radius, and for that I need this distance, because until I don't know two distances within a right angle triangle, I don't know the third side, right? A, B, C, a square plus b square is equal to c square is the normal Pythagoras theorem. That's what we are using this for the first triangle now to find this side. So in this triangle, A, C is 180, A is 85, and B we have to find, which is this. So let's put the values. That's 85 square plus B square is equal to 180 square. This is the value. This is the equation I've got for finding b, which basically means b square is equal to 180 square minus 85 square. And when you get such very large values, abstain from solving it right away. Okay, because we are going to like right now, don't solve it. Just simplify this. I can get b in this form also. 180 square minus 85 square. I'll just keep it like this. I won't solve it beyond this. Okay. Now what I can do, now in the third triangle, in the final wala triangle, this big triangle, now I know this side, that is under root 180 square minus 85 square. I know this side, which is 525 plus 85. Now in the final triangle, I have got 85 plus 525, which is 610. And we have this side. Now we have to find the hypotenuse. And now I'm going to put the values a square plus b square is equal to c square. In this, I'm going to put 610 square plus b is 1 under root 180 minus 85 square, the whole square. Because this is b's value, okay? And we have to square it. Now, the very big mistake which I also used to commit, which I also committed during my first class, was I didn't square the b. I assumed that b was the only value of b square. You guys have to remember you're putting the value of b into the Pythagoras theorem, so you have to square it, which will give me the hypotenuse here. Basically, 610 square plus like under root, and this gets cancelled. This is like basic 10th maths. I can say that 180 square minus 85 square is equal to c square. Basically, now c's value will be whatever value I get under root this. Now, this question, what I might tell you was a bait to sort of take your time. In the exam, though I knew that this is how I have to solve it, I didn't solve it because it was taking a lot of time. You see, 610 का square निकालना है. We have to take 180 का square, 85 का square, and we have whatever value you get by this. I have to again under root. I have to put that under a root, and I have to find the square root of that value. That value is in lakhs. Okay, but so basically, these kind of questions are bait. Uh, so you also have to know which question to solve and which question to not. Usually, UC questions don't include these big digits, but since any one question has it, understand that it's a bait. If you're very good with square roots and you're very good with squaring and multiplication and stuff, you're very good with calculations, go with it, but it is going to take time anyway. I have thought upon this question a lot, and there is no at least I couldn't come to any simplified version of this. This is the most simplified thing. The fact that the answer of this question is given in a range, a bit, it's like I think 620 to 635 or something, some range it has. That also says that there was a very big number which people square rooted it. That's why the number. That's why they have given a range. If it was simple, they wouldn't have given a range. Okay. And these things you might not know during exams, but you sort of have to use your logic at that point of time, that there are big digits, there are big calculations. Just I will suggest that leave that question. Let's solve this anyway, just to let you know that what the digits and what the figures are. 610 square is 3,72,100 plus 180 square is 32,400 minus 85 square is 7,225, which comes down to 3,7,200 plus 25,175, which is basically 397,275 is c square. Okay, now to find c ka value, you have to under root this. Now the very now also for finding a square root, I can tell you a method. Do factorization of this 97275. I can see that it's uh, divisible by 25, or directly, or if not 25, then 5. then do factorize it like that, and then you might arrive at some number. But again, that will take time. This this answer is around 630 point, I think 29 or something. But even if you write 630, you get marks because there's a range given from probably 620 to 635. That was some range. So anything between this range is the right answer. So even if during factorization, if you are thinking that this is going too long, just you can have an idea of how do I have to do this, and give a very raw figure. Okay. And also advantage of that is you don't have any negative marking, so you can just you know uh, get a rough idea and put it. What if there's a range? But not with every question. I'm telling you, these questions, these things have to be thought of really well. You can't do this for every question. Okay. This was my explanation for this question. So this question, this is the most like, I don't know why students keep asking me for this, solving this. That's why I'm taking this right now. The picture shows decimal numbers encoded in colors in some other number system. Encodings of six numbers have been given in the picture on left. Picture on the right shows a multiplication that we need to perform. What decimal number represents the result of this multiplication? So it is very evident here that the green ones are zero because the answer is zero. We are adding up to zero. Okay. Also, assuming that its addition is also wrong, but still, for the first one, we'll do that. In the second one, for the green one, I am putting at the green ones, I am placing zero. And because the answer is three, I might place three at the red one. Okay. So by now I know that green is zero and red is three. Till now, going to the next place, I know that green is zero. Let's put zero again. And but the twist lies here that if red is three, then it should add up to six, but is adding up to 10. Now here, what approach you can not approach, but what you can think is also about the positions of the boxes. Okay. If anyone knows how a binary is converted into decimal, a binary 0101 is converted to decimal, you know that you convert that according to positions. I'm not going to tell you that because it is going to confuse, but in this, whenever such color coded questions which are adding up to something, a question comes, think of the position aspect as well. Just don't try to tally that any number with a color. Okay. What now? This is three. This is three. What I want from the calculation is it should add up to 10. Even if I add three here, I take positions as 0, 1, 2, because also during taking positions, you always start from 0. That is one rule that is followed. When you see for positions, this is something which people from computers might be knowing, or from someone who has taken IT might be knowing, that positions is always supposed to be start from 0. Now, if I think of it, if I put 0 in the power, the position in the power of 3, then it is kind of making sense because 3 raised to 0 is 1, 0 remains 0, and 3 raised to 2 becomes 9. And when I add everything up, it's 10. Until here, we knew that we sort of decoded that red is 3 and green is 0. Okay, but this assumption couldn't prove itself when we came to the third box where I placed zero at at the green wala box. But when I was placing three at the red boxes, I was not getting 10 as the answer. Even when I'm adding up two threes, I was not getting 10 as the answer because there's a twist. Now I have to start thinking in some else direction. That here something related to positions can also matter, because when two things are identical, but the only difference between those two things is the position, because this box and this box is identical, but the only difference between these two boxes is that it's at different positions. Okay, so what I can think of this as, either I can go the position as 1, 2, 3, or 0, 1, 2. These are the two ways of positioning certain things. But the people who are from computer background or science background or mathematical background, you know that when we take positioning of something, we always start from 0 and we don't start from 1. But still, like you because that might not click immediately, you can go with both the approaches and either try putting 3 raised to 1, 0, and 3 raised to 3. And because this is first position, second position, third position, this is one way to do it. And either you can put 3 raised to 0, 0, and 3 raised to 2, because this is the first position, this is the 0th position, this is the first position, this is the second position. When I solve this, 3 plus 3 raised to 3 is 81. 81 plus 1 is that correct? Yeah, 3, 9, 9, 3 is 27. Sorry, 27 plus 1, I get 28. And here, if I solve this, 3 raised to 0 is 1, 3 raised to 2 is 9. And when I add that up, I get 10 as an answer. So as of now, at the third thing that I have arrived at, now I can sort of come to a conclusion that now I have to think about positions as well. And I have to think about positions in terms of 0, 1, 2. Now sort of we have decoded that green means 0 and red means 3 raised to its position. Okay, now we have gotten that. Now what we can do is, in the next thing, which is 21 wala calculation, we can just add that green, I'll put 0, this is first position, second position, third position, sorry, 0, 0, 1, 2. I'll just put it everywhere so that we can sort of take care of that. Yeah. Now, and at the red, I can just put 3 raised to 1, right? Because that's the first position. And what I remain with is a blank box, which I might consider as X, because I still have to find it, okay? So I can do X is equal to 21 minus 3, which is 18. Now I have to find some calculation which will give me the answer as 18. Okay. One thing which we can do is again put 3 into its position, that is 3 raised to 2. We can do this for the blue box, but again, if we add that up, that doesn't make sense. But then try multiplying it with the multiples, like 3 raised to its position into 1, 3 into its position into 2, 3 into its position into 3. Probably I can do that, or I can probably add 3 raised to 2 plus 1, 3 raised to 2 plus 2, 3 raised to 2 plus 3. I can try such things and come to a conclusion which answer is getting me 18. So what I can do is I can either do multiplication, or I can either add plus 1, 3 raised to 2 plus 2, 3 raised to 2 plus 3. Here I'll get 9. 9 into 2, I'll get 18. And 9 threes are, I'll get 27. Here I'll get 3 raised to 2, 9 plus 1, 10. I'll get 3 raised to 9 plus 2, 11. And I'll get here 9 plus 3, that is 12. Out of this, I'm getting here answer for 18. Here I can sort of settle at this thing, that because I've got an 18, probably I can assume that this can be one of the ways to solve the blue box. So now whatever information we have gathered for the red thing, green thing, and the blue box, we might try that with the next thing. And if we get that answer, then sort of we are done with the logical thing, and we can directly go to the next calculation. I'll take the positions. Blue thing, we decided that there's 3 raised to the position into 2. Red thing, we know that 3 raised to its position. And again, the blue box, which is at the second position, we might do that 3 raised to its position into 2 again. And we might solve this, which is 9 into 2, that's 18, plus 3 plus 1 into 2. 3 raised to anything raised to 0 is 1, okay? Uh, 1 into 2, that's 2. Now let's solve this. This is 21 plus 2, that's 23. Now sort of I've gotten the answer. I've started, so my logic is proved. Red, green, green. Green, I can blindly put 0. Red, we had to put 3 raised to its power, which is 2, which I get 9. And the second wala thing was green, green, blue. Green, I am putting 0 very blindly. In blue, we had to put 3 raised to its position, which is the position, into 2, which is basically 1 into 2, 2. And I have to multiply these both, which is 92, which is basically 18. The answer is 18. So let's move on to MSQs. Let's get introduced to MSQ section. Uh, how can you approach MSQ? Obviously, the first step to solve any question is read question properly. Look at the options carefully. And after you have read the question, you have gotten the options, sort of you can sort of think of some logic. Start eliminating the options which doesn't make any sense. Start eliminating and then tally. Whatever options you have left with out of 4, if you are left with 2 options, tally them with the question and you'll be fine with it. And also MSQ, very important thing, negative marking exists. If anyone doesn't know the system of what negative marking is in MSQs, let me tell you very properly. A, B, C, D is the are the options given. Now, for a particular question, if the right answers are A, C, and D, and if you mark A, B, C, you will get a negative marking. How? Because you have marked the option which was wrong, clearly. But instead, if you mark something which you are absolutely confident of and you didn't take a chance with any of the questions, you will at least get marks for 2 options which were right. MSQs, you have to be very sure of what you're confident of. If you're not confident, please don't mark it because that wrong option is going to take all your right markings also down. They won't make any sense even if one wrong option is selected. Won't make sense. So please take care that anything you do in MSQ, if you're marking something, be confident of it. If you're not, don't do it because this negative marking exists and it is the worst thing any exam can have. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but all the exams have negative marking and you have to get used to it. And that's why please give mock tests. Give them religiously and yeah, that's what I can tell you guys for that. Even if mock tests won't help you for anything else, but mock tests will always help you for time management and getting used to negative questions, if not anything else. Okay, please take care of that. I think I hope I was clear with it. Let's start solving some MSQs. I think MSQs would be really rapid in that sense. We can really go very quickly with the MSQs. Okay. The image shows 2 views of a metal artifact. It is made using a unique traditional process. Which of the following options is or are true? Let's read the options one by one. Uh, it is an artistic version of an animal with decorative elements. The metal body parts are fused together by welding. The connection between the tail and hind leg is due to the process of making it. It can be used as a kid's toy. Let's go through each option. The metal body parts are fused together by welding. The metal body parts are fused together by welding. This might be I'm saying this might be true for whatever you're telling for the tail thing, but I don't see any body part connected to the main body by welding. But the metal body parts are fused together by welding. They are not fused together by welding. This clearly is bent. Even the tail is bent from here. If you see, it's not welded. The decorative parts are welded. I assure you that's true, but the body parts aren't. So I am not marking B. The connection between the tail and the hind leg is due to the process of making it. Now I'm a bit unsure of here. What are they talking in terms of it? Process of making it. making the tail or making the leg. If it's making the leg, then it's wrong. But if it's if the it means tail, then I might go with this answer because the tail probably also the tail it's not welded here. I can't see any welding. It's just bent and I'm also we are also not sure that if it is welded here as well. I mean, it can just be kept that way. It is metal. It is pretty hard. It doesn't require to be like to be in the shape. It doesn't require to be welded there. Uh, so if by it they meant tail, then I would have marked this. But if by it they are meaning the leg, then I'm not sure of it. So what ideally I would have done in this question, I would have just marked A and left it. I wouldn't have taken chance with C. The thing is, after checking the answer key, the answer is C. A and C is the answer. But because I am solving this from the student's perspective, I don't want to be very idealistic and I don't want to give you false reasons. You can definitely think about the C wala thing, but I don't want to just assert myself with giving you any reasons. Ideally, where as a student, if I was to solve it, I would be very confused while taking care of the C wala option. So I would just mark A and leave it because I don't want to get a negative marking. And negative marking is -1, by the way. One makes a whole lot of difference, guys. Ranks by points, it makes difference. So I won't make that mistake anytime. This is the mechanical ability wala question. Let's go through it. Shown in the image are schematic drawings of folding chair structures. If the black dots indicate a hinged joint, identify the structures that will work as a folding chair. A chair, there are two, a folding chair, if I say, the very two main things or functions of a folding chair that it has to be folded basically, and when it's a chair, it should not bend and it should balance. These are the main things. These are the main three things which come up during uh, a concept of a folding chair. To solve a mechanical question, you have to think in this way that what is the function of this? What are the things I need to take care of in order to mark that answer as an answer. If you read the question, if the black dots indicate a hinged foot, identify the structures that will work as a. Now that they have said that it's a what will work as a folding chair, we have to think more about folding. And what I see here, that B folding B will be something like it won't be completely folded. So B is better at balancing, but D is better at folding. The main thing, because they have mentioned that word, now I have to only focus about folding. I can't think about the balance much. What will work as a chair? B and D, probably only B could have been the answer because B is clearly better at balancing. But what are they asking is what will work as a folding chair? And now that they have emphasized on that word, we need to think of folding as well. So that's why D is the answer. MCQs, again, the same thing. Look at options carefully, read the question properly, eliminate, tally, and obviously, if time is exceeding, leave it. MCQ, I think, in my opinion, MCQ was the easiest for me because I could eliminate very easily and come to one option really quickly. For me, the most difficult was MSQ to look out because MSQ, I used to be very unsure of what, it is. I assume that there are a lot of people go through that. Perspective view of an object is shown. The object is rotated with respect to the fixed coordinate system as indicated. 90 degrees clockwise about x-axis, 90 degrees anti-clockwise about y-axis, 90 degrees anti-clockwise about z-axis. All rotations are when viewed from a point on the positive axis towards the origin. Which of one of the following perspectives few options will be will be the result of the rotation. Now, the very main thing about here is about x-axis, it's 90-degree clockwise, y-axis is 90-degree anti-clockwise, and z-axis it's 90-degree again anti-clockwise. These are the main operations we have to conduct on this. Now, these are very frequent questions, and how you can go about these questions is focus on one part of the object, only one part, and try and visualize only that part. How will that part be looking at the end of the operation? I consider this part. Okay. Now, after considering this part, I'll just simplify this into a very basic shape. And these are the axes they have given. Okay, x, y, Z. So now when I this is the if this is the x-axis and I have to rotate it around x-axis, that is 90-degree clockwise, then how will I look it later? Probably like this. Will it be like this if I rotate it clockwise on x-axis? And now the next operation I have to do is 90-degree anti-clockwise on y-axis. Y-axis is this. And I have to do 90-degree anti-clockwise. So basically, I will be looking at this in this manner. And now I have to do it on z-axis, which is this axis. This is the z-axis. And I have to now anti-clockwise rotate it in 90 degrees. This is the anti-clockwise, right? So basically, it will be here. Which is the option which shows me this in the bottom? I got the answer. A is the answer. Choose a set of operations not necessarily in order that can be applied on form A to get form B. We have to apply something on this so that we get this. Cut vertically. Firstly, we should just eliminate what is given as cut horizontally, right? Stretch is, it is not the stretch, it's the same. And that's how we remain only at one option. That's A. It's not stretched, it's the same, it's just bent and twisted. That's why. And also, if in a question everything is given in isometric, everything would be in isometric. If one thing is given in a perspective, everything would be given in perspective. So never get confused in that part. That agar the parent object is was in isometric, how come it might be in perspective? Don't make the speculations or assumptions. Given below are the images drawn with the same set of equations but with different parameters. The parameters used to generate a figure are given below the figure. Identify the correct set of parameters which would generate the figure shown on the right. Count the basic thing first. Count the sides. Any polygon, count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides. 5 sides. 4 sides. Count this. I think it has to be 27 or something. And this is not a perfect circle. This has 3 sides, which has inordinate amount of corner radius. So I'll consider this probably as 3 because I can see that this is one part, this is one part, this is one part, and the corners are curved a lot. So I'll take it as 3. Even if I don't take 5 by 2 is 10, 5 by 2 is 10, 4 by 4 is 16, 27 by 4 is 108. Now just you have to do that. Or probably you can also do that if you have figured out, then 10 divided by 5 is 2, 16 divided by 4 is 2, 16 divided by 4 is 4, 108 divided by 27 is 2. So I got these numbers. Sort of, I said that we figured that out that there are 3 this year. So I would tick A right away. But even if you're not sure of that, I mean, this 2, 1, 3, 2. If you see the one, I don't know, but the probably you can relate that with the cornering or the inside or the side, so tapering slightly towards inside. But I think this information should be enough. I don't really want to get into the third aspect of it because we have got the answer in the first go. Why to waste time? 24 divided by 8 is 3. We have got that answer. A is the answer.
Before ending this video, we have a special announcement for you guys. Divergent Classes is launching 2 batches for 7-day crash course. The first one is a recorded one and the second one is a live. You get a chance to study from toppers जिन्होंने UCEED क्रैक करा है. We have All India Rank 5, All India Rank 12, All India Rank 17 और उसके जैसे ही कई सारे mentors from IITs and NID which prepare you dedicatedly for UCEED 2025. एंड इस क्रैश कोर्स के अंदर आर फोकस वुड नॉट बी एक लेम से करिकुलम के साथ चलते जाए, नहीं, आर फोकस वुड बी ऑन टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स, शॉर्टकट मेथड्स, एग्जैक्टली एग्जामिनर्स क्या देखते हैं इन योर पार्ट बी ड्राइंग, सो यू कुड इंस्टेंटली बूस्ट योर स्कोर. ये बैचेस अगर आप एक ड्रॉपर हो या फिर आपकी प्रिपरेशन ऑलरेडी एक अच्छे लेवल पे है तो भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, या फिर आप एक बिगनर है. दोनों ही बैचेस के अंदर आपको 5+ लाइव मॉक टेस्ट एंड उसके लाइव मॉक डिस्कशंस का एक्सेस मिलेगा. उसके अलावा लाइव डाउट क्लासेस भी मिलेंगी एंड आप चाहे तो दोनों बैचेस को आप साथ में भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. रिकॉर्डेड बैच आपके लिए है अगर आपको कुछ स्पेसिफिक चीजें जाननी है एंड आपकी प्रिपरेशन ऑलरेडी एक अच्छे लेवल एंड यू डोंट वांट टू लर्न एनीथिंग न्यू. अगर आपको सिर्फ कुछ स्पेसिफिक चीजें जाननी है एंड मॉक टेस्ट अटेंड करने हैं, सो आई वुड रिकमेंड ज्वाइनिंग द रिकॉर्डेड बैच. उसमें हमारे पास्ट 6 to 8 मंथ की जितनी भी रिकॉर्डिंग है सबका एक्सेस मिलेगा. तो अगर आप कोई भी टॉपिक चूज करेंगे या कोई भी मेंटर को चूज करेंगे तो यू विल बी एबल टू वॉच अ लॉट ऑफ लेक्चर्स बाय दैट मेंटर या फिर उसी टॉपिक पे। उसके अलावा हम लाइव बैच के अंदर पास्ट ईयर्स को सॉल्व कराते हुए सारे मेजर टॉपिक्स को समझाने की कोशिश करेंगे। उसके अंदर जो टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स अप्लाई हो सकते हैं उसको सिखाएंगे। क्लास टाइमिंग भी रात को होती है 8:30 टू 10:30। उसके अलावा मॉक टेस्ट भी हमारा एकदम एग्जाम वाले इंटरफेस के साथ होता है एंड यू ऑल्सो गेट अ वेरी डिटेल्ड एनालिसिस ऑफ योर स्कोर। साथ ही साथ एक लीडर बोर्ड मिलता है जिससे कि आप अपनी रैंक का अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं। एंड सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात, इट इज वेरी अफोर्डेबल। अगर आप रिकॉर्डेड बैच को ऑप्ट कर रहे होगे तो इट विल बी फॉर 4,000 रुपीज एंड लाइव बैच की करंट प्राइस इज फॉर जस्ट 3,000 रुपीज। बट अगर आप 11th के बाद ज्वाइन कर रहे होंगे तो फीस विल इंक्रीज टू 4,000 रुपीज एंड अगर आपको दोनों बैचेस साथ में ज्वाइन करने हैं दैट विल कॉस्ट यू 5,000 रुपीज। उसके साथ अगर आप ड्राइंग रिव्यूज कम्युनिटी का भी एक्सेस चाहते हैं जिसमें टॉपर्स आपको रिव्यू देते हैं ऑन योर पार्ट बी ड्राइंग डेली एंड डेली आपको पार्ट बी स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस प्रोवाइड किए जाते हैं। उस कम्युनिटी के अंदर हमारे वो स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिनकी ऑलरेडी काफी अच्छी रैंक्स हैं एंड दे हैव बीन प्रिपेयरिंग विद अस फॉर द लास्ट 6 to 8 मंथ। तो उनका लेवल बहुत ही अच्छा है। आई विल ऑल्सो शो यू सम ऑफ योर स्केचेस। लास्ट कुछ मॉक्स में उन्होंने कुछ इस तरीके का काम सबमिट करा है। आई गेस देख के समझ तो आ ही गया होगा। दे हैव बीन वर्किंग रियली हार्ड विद अस। इन बैचेस के बाद हमारी तरफ से कोई भी बैच नहीं आने वाला है। तो दीज आर द लास्ट बैचेस। Feel free to join. I wish you all the best. And अगर आप बैच नहीं ज्वाइन कर सकते by any reason, I would highly recommend joining the mock series and the mock discussions. That is the bare minimum you can do for your preparation. I wish you all the best for your exam and please suggest topics for the upcoming video in the comment box below. All the best guys. See you.